I wanted to talk about The Outsider. This is a new miniseries on HBO Max.
Hey, Terry!
Lori, no. You need to go.
What is he doing with him?
I'm as baffled by this conflicting evidence as you are.
Did you kill my son, Terry? Look at me!
Terry.
Starring Ben Middleton, Bill Chapp, Jerry Barb, Patty Considine. You had Jason Bateman in this as well.
Yeah.
This movie is interesting. So it's based off a Stephen King novel, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
And basically, it's about Jason Bateman, who is essentially seen committing a heinous child murder in his hometown, but he has also been seen in another town doing nothing at all.
Yeah.
So basically, you have a guy who's accused of murder, a heinous murder too, I might add.
Yeah.
Not just like killing a kid, but like practically eating a kid.
Him. Yeah.
And basically, you have his lawyer that's like, hey, he was here, and the cops that are like, hey, he's here, basically rendering their case irrelevant. You had Ben Middleton, who was awesome in this. He was great.
Yeah, he held the show.
Basically start his own private investigation into this. And it's basically, you end up finding a pattern that happens where all these people that have supposedly committed this murder, these child murders, are actually being framed. It also had Cynthia Erivo, who was basically Holly Gibney, and she's like a specialty detective and like kind of like thinks on the outside of things, and she uncovers this whole inner mystery of the supernatural. And that's where I'll end it there, because I don't want to give too much away. I really would like people to see this, because it was actually a pretty good little mini series. I enjoyed it. I'll actually give this one a 6.5. I thought it was really good. I love the music. I love the acting. The only thing I didn't like, no, the ending was fine. The only thing I didn't like about it was I just felt like it didn't need to be 10 episodes. There were some parts that just kind of drug out. And there were some parts where you needed to give the audience a payoff, and I felt like it wasn't there. But I love a good detective film in a small town. Love those kind of stories, and this was one I enjoyed. So I'm gonna give it a 6.5. I see that it has a 7.6, and hey, I think that's fair too. I just, as a whole, when I watch a show, I just sometimes I'm like, this needs to wrap up soon.
Yeah.
So that element kind of came, and this was created by Richard Price, and of course. Again, HBO Max is where you can find this one. Steve, apparently you saw the show. What did you think of the show?
Yeah, I saw the first 2 episodes of it because I thought it was interesting too, man. I think it's well acted. Number one, I think everyone is doing a phenomenal job there. Jason Bateman, interesting role for him. I was like, damn, dude, they're having him play this. It's kind of crazy. He's never done that.
Yeah, because Jason Bateman looks scary.
Like weird, like dude. When he had when he's just like looking and his face is like, dude, he's just like
covered in blood.
I was like, whoa, all right, did he do it? But
I know.
I think you're right, man. I you know what I think, man, because it is Stephen King. I think it went on way too long. It should have been 6 episodes. I was like, they could have wrapped it in 6.
I actually didn't know Stephen King when I started watching it, and I started watching it.
Either.
And I'm not spoiling it for you, my audience, but it was funny because I was watching it with my my girl, and she was like, I was like, oh, okay, doppelganger or evil twin? And she's like, this is a Stephen King show. I was like, oh, reptilian or alien then?
Yeah, I know, right? I said the same.
I was like, that's what's going on here.
Alien, straight up, if it's this man, it's, you know what I mean. And I guess that's, to his credit, the man's done so much. But I don't know. I'm with you. I felt like episode, I watched the first 2, like I said, and I watched a little of 5, and I fell asleep. So I don't know.
I enjoyed it. Like I said, I enjoyed it. I just think it's a little too long, but I recommend it to people. I think Outsider's a good show.
Yeah, that's good.